What's good with the YouTube? It's your boy Rojo with the Convicts Perspective, man. And we got an interesting one today, man. You know, it's been all on the news about the off-duty L.A.P.D officer that was killed, and they believe he was targeted behind a gold chain. Who really knows? But I came across this article from the Los Angeles Times, and the title of it is "Federal Prosecutors Charge Alleged Gang Members with Killing Off-Duty L.A.P.D Officer." Federal prosecutors charged four people Thursday in the fatal shooting of an off duty Los Angeles police officer, alleging they are members and an associate of a street gang who killed the officer while trying to rob him. Jesse Contreras, 34, Ernesto Cisneros, 22, Luis Alfredo de la Rosa Rios, 27, and Haley Marie Grisham are charged with murdering Officer Fernando Arroyos and violent crime in aid of racketeering for the Florencia 13 gang. Prosecutors allege that all three men are members of the gang and that Grisham, who was Rios' girlfriend, is an associate. The complaint alleges the four defendants committed the robbery and murder to increase and maintain position within the multi-generational street gang. If convicted of the federal charges, unusual for a local homicide case, the defendants would be subject to the death penalty because they are accused of murder in the commission of a robbery, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. They are expected to be transferred to federal custody Friday morning and appear in court later in the day. I am grateful for this federal involvement in the case, L.A. Police Chief Michael Moore said at a Thursday night news conference about the arrest. It is appropriate. I am thankful the U.S. Attorney stepping in and bringing the full weight of the government against this gang and against these individuals. The charges came 3 days after Arroyo's 27 and his girlfriend were attacked while parked in an alley in the unincorporated Florence Firestone neighborhood near Watts. The couple were house hunting and had stopped to take pictures of a place that was for sale when two of the men pulled up in a pickup and approached them. According to a sworn affidavit from an FBI agent, Rio told L.A. County Sheriff's investigators in an interview that all four of them were in the truck the night of the robbery. He was driving, Grisham was in the passenger seat, and Cisneros and Contreras were behind them when they spotted Arroyos and his girlfriend. Surveillance video of the attack shows Rios and Cisneros pointing guns at the couple, according to the affidavit, which also says they took a chain off the officer's neck and a black walking stick from his girlfriend. After an exchange of gunfire between the two suspects and the officer, Arroyos ran toward the alley and collapsed, according to the affidavit by FBI Special Agent Seamus Kane. It does not say who fired first. Arroyos' girlfriend returned to the car and tried to pull him inside, calling 911, police said. The assailants fled. When Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies arrived, they raced the wounded officer in their patrol car to a hospital where he was later pronounced dead. A second video suggests that Cisneros was injured by Arroyo's gunfire. Surveillance video from Junction Street shows Contreras lifting Cisneros, who appears to be injured, out of the black pickup and removing items of clothing from him. Contreras appears to hide the clothing at the side of the house, according to an affidavit. Rios told L.A. County Sheriff's investigators in an interview that the group was driving around looking to make money, a term sometimes used for robberies, when they came upon the couple, according to the affidavit. He told investigators that his moniker is Little J and that he is a member of F-13, as Florencia 13 is known, and he showed deputies a Florencia 13 tattoo on his chest and a tattoo on his arm with his clique, Tiny Locos, according to the affidavit. Similarly, Cisneros said his moniker is Gonzo and displayed several tattoos for the gang, as did Contreras, who says he had not been active since having children. Rios admitted to firing a handgun during the robbery and believes Cisneros discharged a weapon too, waiving his rights. He told investigators that he searched the girlfriend, taking her walking stick, and that Cisneros had removed Arroyo's wallet from his pants pocket. Rios admitted he discarded a white hoodie after it became bloody when a bullet grazed his left rib cage, according to the affidavit. He also says that Cisneros handed him Arroyo's wallet and that he threw it away in the aftermath after taking $100. Contreras told investigators that chains Arroyo was wearing around his neck led them to rob the couple, but he did not admit to the shooting, according to the affidavit. Grissom allegedly told investigators that Rios says, "He has a nice chain. Let's get it." She says that she saw Cisneros point a gun at the man and tell him, "Give me your chain," and that she saw Rios, who was armed, search the woman. She then heard several shots, according to the affidavit. When Cisneros got back in the truck, he had an injury and said he had a broken leg. Wow. Sheriff's Captain Joe Mendoza of the department's Homicide Bureau said the suspect stole 2 silver chains, one with a sword pendant and a black bifold wallet. About 10 minutes after the shooting, deputies at the Century Station got a call reporting a shooting victim near Junction Street and East 60th Street, Mendoza said. That person was later identified as Cisneros. An address nearby was tied to one of the suspects, the captain said, adding that the 4 are believed to be responsible for other robberies in the area. In the hours after the killing, sheriff's homicide detectives, with assistance from their counterparts in the L.A.P.D., questioned several men and women they believed had information about the killing, sources said. On Wednesday morning, Sheriff Alex Villanueva announced 4 men had been arrested in connection to the killing, but he declined to name them or provide more details. The investigators, according to the affidavit, placed someone working with law enforcement in cells with the suspects to extract information about their crimes and gang connections. Arroyos was a talented student who attended Crenshaw High School and went on to graduate from UC Berkeley, and he had been saving for a home during his 3 years as an LAPD officer, his mother said after the killing. He died in a neighborhood that has experienced a sharp rise in violent crime over the last 2 years, part of a broader increase in killings and shootings throughout the city and county. Excuse me. Florence Firestone has been among the neighborhoods hit hardest. According to the county coroner data, there were 24 homicides in the neighborhood in the first 11 months of 2021, compared with 9 during the same period in 2020 and 12 in 2019. Last year's killings were the highest in a decade. Sheriff's officials have tied much of the bloodshed in the area to the Florencia 13 gang. In 2019, federal prosecutors indicted 36 alleged members and associates of the gang, charging them with engaging in a criminal enterprise, drug trafficking, illegal gambling, attempted murder, and assault. Typically, police would take a case such as this to the prosecutors in the district attorney's office, who would file charges in county superior court. But Villanueva, an outspoken critic of District Attorney George Gascon's decision to no longer pursue sentencing enhancement in gang cases, directed detectives to take the case to the U.S. Attorney's Office, several sources have said. Those enhancements in a murder case can mean the difference between a life term with the prospect of release and never again coming out from behind bars. Asked at the Thursday night news conference whether the sheriff's department had consulted with Gascon's office, Villanueva said yes, and called the county prosecutor's response not satisfactory. I believe their plan was to just prosecute a simple murder with no gun enhancement, no gang enhancements, or nothing else, the sheriff said, and that really did not cover the depravity of this crime. It should be noted that California Penal Code does cover all those things. The tools are there, but we need to have someone who's willing to use them. Murder in California generally is punishable by 25 years to life in prison. However, with a special circumstance such as gang membership or murder in the commission of another crime, a defendant can be sentenced to life without parole. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti eulogized Arroyo on Thursday while announcing crime statistics. An angel in our city, Officer Fernando Arroyos, was shot and killed defending himself and his girlfriend when they were off duty, house hunting for their first home, he said. Fernando grew up in L.A. He graduated from Crenshaw High School. I remember him from his graduation. He dreamed of becoming a police officer. He attended a top university at UC Berkeley, and now his family, his mother, also an immigrant to our country, no longer has her only son. My heart is broken. Our city's heart is broken, and certainly our LAPD's families' hearts all grieve, Garcetti said earlier this week. LAPD Lieutenant Rex Ingram, who supervised Arroyo and spoke with him often at the Olympic division, said Arroyo had two dreams in life: to be the first in his family to go to college and be an LAPD officer. He more than achieved that, Ingram said. The first time I read one of his reports, I knew his writing skills were far superior to his peers and, frankly, some ways above the abilities of his supervisors, Ingram said. So I asked him where he went to school, and he, being humble, said LAUSD, and I replied, which college? And he says Cal Berkeley. Arroyos was a devout Christian who grew up in a household with his mother, grandmother, and stepfather, attended 42nd Street Elementary School and Audubon Middle School before graduating from Crenshaw High and heading to Berkeley, where he earned a degree in legal studies. He could have gone to law school or FBI like his peers with that education, but he wanted to serve his community and give back. He loved his community. He was very close to his family. Ingram said Arroyos met his girlfriend at a dry cleaning business in Southwest LA about 2 years ago. They were looking to get a home in the area. This was the humblest and happiest guy I known on the job. This couldn't have happened to a nicer person. Mendoza said the sheriff's department is asking for the public's help in finding Arroyo's wallet and 2 silver chains. Anyone with information about the shooting or other robberies involving these suspects is asked to call the department's homicide bureau. I will tell you that these 2 chains and a wallet mean, I'm sure, the world to the family. I'd ask the most important thing is that people listen to the description of that wallet and those 2 chains. Now, it's a tragedy, man. Anytime someone loses their life for some silver chains, no offense, man, they have sentimental value, whatnot. Silver chains are not worth anything, bro. What are you gonna get? Man, you could have a Run DMC, Dookie Rope, LL Cool J, Eric B, and Rakim Slick Rick, the ruler size silver chain. It's only worth a couple $100. An off-duty LAPD officer is not rocking no damn Eric B and Rakim, MC Shan, Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew 20-kilogram chain, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe they thought they were platinum. Maybe thought they were white gold. I don't know. An off-duty police officer, he's strapped, bro. He's going to Florencia neighborhood, bro. He knows what's up. Why would he be looking for a house in the hood? It would only be a matter of time before they found out he was the police. And that's just going to lead to problems. One day they're going to be like, F the police. Let's bust out his window. Let's cut his tires. You know? I don't quite get it, but to each their own. You know what I mean? Myself, I use my intelligence, all right? If I decide I'm going to be 5-0, I went to Crenshaw. I'm from the hood. How well received are 5-0s in the hood? There might be a couple that could get away with it. Like if his brothers, cousins, aunts, and uncles and stuff were from Florencia 13, he wouldn't be in this situation. That is a huge neighborhood. They're not playing. They're with the fucking business. You know what I'm saying? You don't want problems with Florencia. You don't. That's just facts. If you're a cop, bro, I understand the price of housing in California, and especially Southern California, San Francisco, Santa Clara County. It's astronomical. That's what he might have been able to afford. But for Christ's sakes, man, just like I say about entertainers, rappers, athletes, you can't live in the hood when you're rich or despised. Police are gonna be despised in the hood. He could be a great dude. I'm sure he was. He probably went to his job. He probably didn't abuse people. He probably didn't profile people. He comes from a background where he's been profiled, I'm sure, based on being a Latino and going through certain areas. He's probably been harassed. People think, oh, there's a Latino in Southern California. He's probably a gang member. It happens. Is it right? Fuck no. It's not right for any reason for anybody to be profiled. Bro, if you're out there in a 13 Cowboys jersey with a blue poncho on your head, one hanging out of your pocket, some blue Cortez with some blue laces in it, with a sewer hat on, I understand. That's your own fault. You're attracting attention. This dude knew the rules, and I don't know what was wrong with this foresight. Is it wrong to target people for robbery? Man, bro, we could debate that all day and all night. It's gonna happen in urban areas. It's gonna happen with gang members. That's just some people are gonna get robbed. Is it unfortunate? Man, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Him packing, bro. Of course he's gonna. He has to. His training is gonna kick in. He's gonna draw. 4-on-1, man. You might have to just with your woman there for some silver chains and $100. You might as well just go on ahead and kick in. Real talk. He's a police officer. He's trained to get descriptions. He's trained to look at license plates, make and models of vehicles. In this situation, although he is not in the wrong at all, he might have approached it a little differently and just broke himself, bro. You shouldn't have to do that, but I mean, California is a tricky thing with self-defense. He would have got off scot-free. He's an off-duty officer, obviously allowed to have concealed carry and stuff. And me as a regular Joe, man, I'm not trying to give you my stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But you got four dudes, a few of them have guns. You gotta start thinking about the odds. You know what I mean? You gotta play the odds out in your head. Man, here's the wallet and the chains. He's a cop, and I promise you, if he gets robbed, the odds of the people doing it of going to jail are way higher than if I get robbed. You feel what I'm saying? It's a tragedy. Um, they're gonna come down. They're on Florencia right now because of this, and it's all gonna come down to two chains and $100. And they're bringing the heat of every cop in L.A., every sheriff, every highway patrol, the FBI. They're gonna get hit with another indictment now, all because of this. Because that's how they play. That's how the game goes. You want to poke? We'll poke back. We'll bust everybody. We'll start doing random stops. Bam, there's some guns and some dope. You're gone for 10 years. Bam, oh, 3 strikes, you're out. You're gone. And anybody that comes out of Florencia for the next considerable amount of time, they're not going to have no love in the courtroom. There's not going to be no breaks. Now let's talk about these individual babosos. Their careers are over. They all told. They all fucking were proud to show off their gang tattoos after killing an off-duty cop. They told on each other's roles. It's over for them. They're going to the SNY. It's a wrap. If these dudes have brothers and cousins that are from the same hood, they're gonna get the business. Like, they might not, nothing might happen to them because, you're not responsible for the next man's actions. But they're gonna be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Now they're gonna fucking feel stupid. Like, what were you guys thinking? Bro, if you're willing to go that far to get a couple chains and $100, you gotta reevaluate your criminal activity, man. When you're looking at robbery as a gang member, You got to set your standards higher than a couple little chains, man, and $100, because the ramifications, consequences for not only you but your whole neighborhood, your family, are going to be astronomical. Now, I'm not encouraging nobody to rob nobody, but if you're going to do it, bro, you can't, man, rob an armored truck, bro. Rob a drug dealer. Don't go around looking for some dude to take a couple chains from. Because you never know who he is. That dude started busting because he was a police. And that's what he's trained to do. His training kicked in, he drew. He tried to stop a crime in progress like he's trained to do. It's just not worth it, man. Today's lesson is 4 people involved on a robbery on a couple silver chains and $100 just resulted in life prison terms for probably 3 of them, because one of them's going to get a good deal for snitching, and it's probably going to be the chick. You know what I'm saying? And your neighborhood's going to get the business. They're going to racketeer that damn thing. They're pulling over everybody. All behind, what are you going to get? 4 people? Let's say the 2 silver chains, $100 a piece, $300. Man, everybody comes away with 60 bucks. $55. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Not a smart move, not a good look. Um, it is what it is, though. That's this lifestyle. You know, you got to teach the next generation to be a little bit better about trying to get your money. Their careers are over. Their lives are over. They're incarcerated. And this guy lost his life for 2 silver chains. Like, oh, he's just a cop. Yeah, he's a human being, man. I'm not with all that, just the cop stuff, man. You know, if he was targeting people and disrespecting and planting evidence on them and all those kind of things, and maybe, who knows? I'm not saying he's a good guy, bad guy. I don't know him individually, but I doubt it. That's very rare, especially from a young Latino. Got to do better, man. OGs out there, North, South, Bulldog, Latin King, Tongo, Texas Syndicate, Arizona Mexican Mafia. Teach your little homies to be smarter and better. Because when they do dumb shit like this, not only are they done, your whole hood's going to come under a shitstorm that you don't want. Violence brings more scrutiny. Violence is always, always, always last resort. Lesson of the day from your boy Rojo. It's my honest opinion. Hey, you know, anytime somebody dies, it's sad. Don't matter who they are. And this was just a crazy one, man. But there it is, there, man. That's what happened. Appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good day. I'm out of here.